Good morning. So this month on Channel Mum we are talking about mum's mental health, so I thought I would share a little bit about my experience. It's not really something I've spoken about on this channel, but I did write an Instagram post the other day, so I will link that below, and you can go and read that in a bit more detail, just so I don't really have to repeat the same things, because it's a hard thing to talk about. I suffer with postnatal depression, and I think a lot of people automatically assume that that means that you didn't love your baby or that you didn't connect with it straight away, and that couldn't be further from the truth, because the minute he was here, like, I fell for him instantly. Like, sorry, this is a lot harder to film than I thought it would be. The love was so heavy, so heavy, and the weight of it all just felt too much, and I felt like I was going to crumble because I didn't know what to do with it all. I didn't know where to place it. I'd never felt that before, and I think with that kind of love comes fear. Like, fear that something bad was going to happen to him, like that he was going to die. I was so paranoid. I kept having these awful visions of things happening, and I didn't want to be on my own with him, because I thought, what if something happens when I'm with him and I can't save him? So I pretty much avoided being on my own with him quite a lot. I depended on Skinner very heavily. I wouldn't like take him out to groups or anything. This was very early on in the beginning. I've moved past this now, but also there was this fear that I was going to screw it up, and that I was going to get everything wrong, that I was going to fail him, that I wasn't good enough. And these were things my mind was doing to me. It was playing tricks on me, and it was trying to make me believe these things, and I've worked very hard to train my mind not to do those things. But every now and then, you know, you doubt and you listen and you believe what your mind is trying to say about you and how it criticises you. So yeah, I have to work very hard to fight that, and I do that by going to support groups. So I'm actually on my way to one today. This is a new one. My local children's centre have just started running this group, and it's like a drop-in, and you can just go and chat with like a professional person. I think they're from the charity Pandas, which is a big mental health charity for mums and families dealing with postnatal and prenatal anxiety and depression. Yeah, and then just other mums, and you just share experiences. And I find that we need to talk about it, because this is the thing, when you don't talk about it, it becomes an issue. I feel like that the only way out is in. Like, you have to dig in to the places where it's uncomfortable, and you need to let it out, because if you let it all store up inside, it's going to destroy you. So you need to let it come to the surface. You need to deal with it. So that's what I do. You can also speak to your health visitor, and they can arrange some things for you. In the beginning, they gave me access to CBT, cognitive behavioural therapy, and that really helped. So I went along to that, and you know, through that I was able to kind of challenge a lot of these fears, and I managed to go out to groups with him, and now we go to groups all the time. Like, our whole week is just, every day there's a different activity, and it's great, and it makes such a difference being out with other mums and just kind of realising you all feel the same a lot of the time. Everybody's struggling, nobody's got this thing down. We're all just winging it. So yeah, I'm about to head off to this group. Skinner's gonna watch Atlas while I go, but before I do that, I'm going to fill out my positive planner. So this is a prototype that was sent to me by a lady called Ali. She is launching the positive planner. It's going to be available to buy, and inside it's got things like daily intentions and evening reflections, and it's just things to fill out all like goals that you set yourself, and it's all really positive things. At the end of the day, seeing things that you're grateful for, but also there's other activities in there like mindful colouring, and there's like some really lovely quotes and affirmations. So I will link the pre-order for you, and then I'm going to fill some of this out myself, and I might show you what I write. But yeah, this is a really great thing. Like, I think writing stuff down and getting it out, like I said, bringing it to the surface, that's the best way to get it out. So things like this are great. There's loads of mindful techniques you can do. You can go to yoga and do meditation. I think there's also Channel Mum have launched an online course that you can do, so I'll also link that as well. Yeah, just know that you're not alone. You're definitely not alone. If you are suffering, please reach out to somebody, anybody. We're here for you. Yeah. So I got there and I was the only one there. Obviously the facilitator lady was there, but no other mums turned up. It was just me, so I got to have a little one-to-one session, which was nice. But it's always good to have other mums to kind of bounce off of and, like, you know, share experiences and stuff like that. But hopefully more will come next time. It's a very new program that the Children's Centre are running, so hopefully more and more people will get, you know, to know that it exists. And we was kind of chatting, me and the lady, and saying it, you know, it takes a lot of courage for someone to come to one of these groups, because I think people still feel quite ashamed of the way that they feel, and I think they think that maybe coming to one of these groups is like admitting that they're struggling and they don't want to let people know, and, you know, it's like, oh, admitting defeat, when really that's not the case whatsoever. If you go to one of these groups, it just shows that you want to get better and you want help, and, you know, you want to just be the best that you can for your baby. And I don't think that's defeat whatsoever. That's a fighter for sure. But yeah, I remember the first time I went to a support group, so that was with this was through my health visitor in the very beginning. She sent me on, it was like a little 6-week program, and that was with the charity Mind. And on my very first session, I was sat in the car before going in, and I was crying, and I rang Skinner and I was like, I can't do it, I'm not going in, I'm in such a state, I can't face anyone. And he was like, no, the fact that you are sat crying in your car means that you need to go in. And he was like, just think of the people you may help today. He was like, by opening up and sharing, you may, you know, help the other mums there do the same. And he was exactly right, because when I got in there, the lady was like, so who wants to share? And I was like, well, I'm already crying anyway, so I might as well go first. And then literally everyone just followed suit. So like after me, the next person cried, and then the next person, and it was as if like, and the lady actually emailed me afterwards and she said, thank you for being so honest, because you allowed everyone to open up and do the same, and I made them feel safe to share, and that was a really nice feeling. So, but yeah, even the other day with my Instagram post, I was like, the minute I did it, I was like, I wanted to delete it. I felt sick for, you know, putting those words out there, like, because once you say it, you can't take it back. And yeah, but afterwards, all the comments that I got were just so lovely, and it made me realise I'm just so glad that I did do that, because I was able to help someone, and this is what it's about. It's about helping each other through it. So yeah, I'm glad that I'm in a place where I am able to speak openly about it, and I hope that other people, you know, will see this and they'll find the strength to do the same thing and to seek help. So yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy a few more moments peace before I head back. It's so funny because, like, you crave time away from them and then you feel like selfish and guilty for that anyway, but then the minute like that you're away from them, you just miss them so much. Like, I just can't wait to get home and just cuddle him and play with him. But yeah, you do need that time. You definitely need time to yourself to just just replenish and to reflect. There's that saying, isn't there, like you can't pour from an empty cup, and if you're not well, you can't be the best for them. So yeah, you need to take time to be kind to yourself and to allow yourself, you know,
Hello.
just this space.
Hello. Hi everyone, I've missed you. Did you have fun with Daddy? Did you have fun with Daddy?